Judo highlights. Tashkent Grand Slam is underway, day one. We'll have a look at the highlights. Now this is absolutely crazy. Sitting on the knee like that, and this is completely intentional, and I have noticed it from some of the Russian team. And Obaladze, he gets a U-call for this. It should be Hansokomake. I think this is worse than head diving or wakigatame. Sitting on the knee like that is just incredibly dangerous. Now we'll talk about all the highlights and the results. I do have a video on the channel already looking at the 3 women's categories that were on the first day. Here's some highlights from Omuri, Akari, who is the sister of Omuri. So we're probably going to have to start distinguishing between the two. We've got Akari and Kisumi. Now Kisumi obviously much more well decorated, but with a performance like this from Akari, I mean, she'll be up there in no time as well. Now they're both in the same weight category, which is interesting, and there's also Abe Uta in this weight class too, so things are definitely heating up at under 57 for Japan. And now, how about this? Osotogari, I think. I mean, she took a cross step, which is not a traditional way to go in for an Osotogari, but this worked for her, really set it up beautifully. But anyway, for the rest of the highlights for those categories, go check out that other video. If you like Newaza, you'll definitely love it. So we'll talk about under 60 now, and it was Bliev's day. Now he's up against Beiramov, and Beiramov loves these kind of Yoko Otoshi, Kataguruma kind of throws. And you see him going for it here, and Bliev gets the counter. Now I definitely think Bliev was anticipating that and looked for it in that final match. Here's the semi-final with Beiramov, and you can see him going in for that attack there. Kosotogake this time, not a Yoko Otoshi, but still similar entry. Now this is the semi-final, Bliev versus Ibrahimov. And Ibrahimov makes a mistake. Bliev reverses him in the newaza for the osaikomi. Here's another nice technique, Kouchigari. And another one as well. So Bliev, really exciting to watch, lots of techniques. And as you see here, strings in the newaza into his game as well. Great stuff by him. So Beiramov, he takes the silver, and then for the bronze medal contests, we had 2 guys from Uzbekistan taking the bronze medals. Now this is the contest, Revel versus Ibrahimov. I'll let you guys decide what you think of this score here. Ibrahimov, you can see no shidos on the board, puts in an attack, and Revel gets the 3rd shido here. You know, personally, and I mean, it doesn't really matter how the contest ends with a shido. I just think that the bronze medal contests and the gold medal contests, it should just go until there's a score. I'm not sure how they would do that, but I think a separate rule set for these final matches, it would make it a little bit more exciting. And you know, people, they wait around, they stay at these events, they anticipate, get excited for these final block contests. So it would be really nice to see if they just kind of ended with some sort of climax, a throw. Now on the other side of the bronze medal contest, this one was really exciting. Baki Toroyorov, he absolutely dominated his opponent here. Poturov gets a Yuko, gets a Wazari, and then he does eventually get an Ippon as well. So, I mean, that's complete domination. Now, moving on to under 66, Abdullayev. Here he is with a really nice newaza sequence. He gets a really tight grip, locking up that arm, goes for the turnover, and then it's kind of an awkward way how he gets into it, but he does eventually end up in a Shibarok. And I'm not exactly sure what the official terminology for this technique or this pin would be. But have a look at that, and that's absolutely beautiful. A minute into the gold medal contest. Now Abdullayev, he had, you know, a pretty easy gold medal contest, but his first contest out against Ono from Japan, he actually almost lost it. So Ashibarai here by Ono for Yuko. And then they lock up really close, and I didn't like this for Ono. I didn't like them getting this close. Obviously the Japanese prefer a little bit of space, but Ono gets a nice Taniotoshi here, enough for a Wazari. And then I think
Kodokan